Hey guys, and welcome back to Who's Your Hardware. Today we're taking a look at Build Redux, the website of a sponsor of Linus Tech Tips, and they've been sponsored several times. This is a system builder. It's pretty standard fare as far as I can see. You go to their website, they have a few pre-configured systems as well as a dedicated sort of configurator, and I want to look at both of those things. So we're going to jump into the Build Redux website and see just what this system builder has to offer. So once you arrive at the website, you have just a few different options. You can start a build. You can go to their best sellers or continue a previously started build. If you go to the best sellers, it's just going to kick you down to the bottom of the web page where they have a few of their systems. One minor gripe here, they don't go into much detail beyond just the GPUs being offered for each of these things. They have these sort of bars here to show you that you're getting an awesome processor, even though it doesn't tell you what processor. And those bars, they mean effectively nothing because there's no information there. So that's a minor complaint. So I'm going to go with the start build option. And this takes you to their sort of configuration engine. And I don't really understand why we're picking the top 3 games, because as far as I can tell in playing around with this, it gives you the same exact systems regardless of what games you pick. So really, as far as I can tell, it really just matters if you click on good, better, or best. So I'm going to click on good, go with Cyberpunk, maybe, I don't know, Rust, and I don't know, Battlefield. Okay, so click next, and that takes you to the actual system that you're getting. And once again, you have the same good, better, best buttons that change the configuration. I want to highlight the good system because this is the one that is the most affordable. Price is in at $1336. And the good news with Build Redux, they break down where your money is going with this system. So with that in mind, you're getting a 12400F, 6 cores, 12 threads, fairly standard as far as Intel pricing goes. I'll come back to pricing with these components here in a little bit. You get 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. I have a bit of a problem with the memory configuration and the way they have it listed there. It's very non-specific, and you're going to see me highlight a couple of the issues with that. It's just not a specific website. You get 16 gigs of memory. No clue on the speed, no clue on the timing. Now, I'm sure that Build Redux is doing this because they swap out these components and try to get just probably commodity class hardware there that they can swap in if they find a better deal with a different vendor. I understand why they're likely doing it, but I would really love to see Build Redux have actual exact specs there for people that are curious. So, minor complaint, but it is actually affecting the performance depending on the speed, so it does matter. You do get a really solid case with this build. You have likely fantastic airflow. The TD500 should have really good airflow as it moves from front to back, as you can actually see in the picture here. Mentioning cooling here, we might as well throw out there that the Hyper 212 Evo should be perfectly fine for that CPU. The motherboard I have one concern with, and that is that the B760D4 series has a couple different variants, and the one pictured here, it's hard to see, so I blew up the picture here, it's the Wi-Fi version. The reason I'm a bit concerned with that is this system comes with a dedicated Wi-Fi card. So either the stock image is just wrong and you're getting the version of the motherboard without Wi-Fi, or they're being redundant by including a Wi-Fi card. Jumping over to the right side of the specs here, RTX 4060, again, no word on the exact model, a 500 gigabyte SSD. Now that's probably a commodity class SSD, probably has 0 DRAM cache. You get some fans, a 750 watt power supply, again, non-specific, but it is 80 plus gold, so it should actually be a pretty good unit, you would think. And then you get the build, setup, testing, and warranty all for $100. They do include that Windows key as well to get you to your grand total of $1336. Now, if you go to the Customize button, and this is something that's actually kind of cool about Build Redux, you can swap out various components, and this configuration wizard is done quite well, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So it actually updates other components that are going to be required to be updated when you go from one component to another. So the RTX 4090 requires a better power supply than 750 watts. So this wizard automatically upgrades another required component. So it's really cool that they have that baked in, because there's going to be a lot of people, I'm sure, that don't know that or wouldn't be aware of that. If they're just going to this build Redux, they're like, I want the best of the best, give me the 4090. They might not be aware that you need a stronger power supply. So it's fantastic that build Redux has that built into the configuration wizard. So with the system costing $1,336 plus shipping, handling, and I'm sure it'll end up being closer to $1,400 by the time all that is done, I did want to take a look at the identical system, or at least almost identical system, in PC Part Picker to see how much upcharging is actually happening here. So with that in mind, let's jump over to PC Part Picker, and you'll notice right off the bat, if you're able to build this system by yourself, you get a much better price than $1,336. Right now, you could build this exact system for about $952. So you can save a lot of money, and that's not surprising. Keep in mind, system builders have to make money too, and these smaller system builders probably aren't getting huge bulk discounts on these components, so they have to go component hunting to some degree as well. So I have no issue with Build Redux making a profit on this system. Just be aware, if you're someone that can build a system or knows somebody that can build a system, you can save quite a bit of money, not only on the build fees for the system, but also on the actual components. You'll notice some of these components are significantly cheaper by buying them yourself. For instance, the RAM that I found, 3600 megahertz, you know exactly what you're getting with that. It's pretty fast RAM. It's not crazy fast, but that's in sort of that sweet spot for DDR4 memory. $33. If you jump back to Build Redux, you're getting charged $49 for an unknown kit of RAM that realistically is probably not any faster than your 3600 megahertz. Another great example is that SSD. I'm paying $22.49. Over here, Build Redux is paying $69. For $69, you could get a 1 or 2 terabyte SSD. So you're definitely saving quite a bit of money by building it yourself. But some people either don't want to or just don't have the know-how. And in that regard, Build Redux looks like a perfectly good system builder. As far as I can tell, they can put together a system, and frankly, you're probably going to be happy with the system. If you're not, you have warranty support, which is something that is worth the price to some people. If you want to have one point of contact, hey, a component failed, send it back, and they take care of the rest. So that warranty is really, really good to have. So I want to extend the same courtesy I did to Light Gaming for their PC. If you're from Build Redux, feel free to send over a system. I would love to take a look at the actual build quality of the system so I can get a better feel for if this is a good value, if it's worth the added investment beyond just building it yourself or having some random person that you know build it for you. So if you're from Build Redux, reach out. I would love to take a look at the system, but otherwise, it seems like a perfectly good system builder. This is the type of system you could purchase now and then slowly upgrade down the road because it has a good power supply included, or at least it should be a good power supply. If it's an 80 plus gold, 750 watt, you have a really good case that's going to provide excellent airflow and plenty of space for future upgrades. So it should be a really solid system moving forward. If you like the video, give it a like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very helpful for the channel. You can follow me both on Instagram and on Twitter at Hoosier Hardware. As always, I'm Shane, and I will let YouTube queue up a couple more videos from my channel for you to watch, and I will see all of you in the next video.